Good evening, my friends, and welcome to PT3D. I'm Clyde, and I'm going to start with an apology. I'm going to keep the stream short tonight, and I do legitimately mean that, and I will try to do another stream this week at some point. But for right now, I realized that I jumped the gun with the last stream. Wasn't feeling particularly good about what I was doing. I don't know. I'm still new, so rookie mistake, right? But yeah, I was trying to appeal to donations a little bit more than I should have, and trying to get all the splashy stuff on my screen, and I realized that I'm not really about that. I mean, yeah, it's cool. That'd be great. Get lots of money and be able to do more fun things that I want to do. But the reality is that most of us out here have to fight for all the money that we get just so we can buy our 3D printers and any of the little hobbies and things that we decide to do. So with that being said, I just want to apologize for doing that. As you can see, the interface is clean. We're not displaying anything crazy today, so it's just me, it's you, and the chat. So, and I am still using OBS, so I mean, I really like OBS, so I can't change that. Hopefully my audio's working good. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a really brief video, and I really wanted to just kind of touch on a couple of things. One is Joel Telling, as always, continues to inspire, and he inspired me to start designing something, which I will share, and I will also share with Joel on Twitter, on the Twitters, because I'm pretty sure that he would appreciate it. He recently did a video on a filament spool holder system for his wall in his new studio. And I got to thinking, as like one of the things that I have done in the past, and you've seen, is I've used PVC pipe to hang my filament on the wall to feed my machines. In this new space, that is really not an option. I really don't want to drill holes because I don't want to have to pay for it to get fixed. So I have to come up with a little bit more creative solution in regards to something a little bit more freestanding. But that doesn't mean that I can't take advantage of a little bit of what Joel was doing with his bracket, where he used some, I think, 1x2 to create kind of a bin sort of thing where you can just kind of drop the spool on top. The one I have at home is actually a pass-through, which is really awkward to use. It has functioned, and if I'm just doing a couple of prints here and there with a bunch of loaded filament, not a big deal. But where I'm at now, I really kind of have to constantly shift between colors and choices, and I'm using a lot more filament now that I have the CR10S, and which I do have to remember, so don't let me forget that. So I'm going to write that down because I don't want to forget. Because I actually wrote stuff down today. I never do that, and the reason is I wanted to make sure I touched on everything. So anyway, I'm thinking I may design a bracket that will allow me to snap the PVC tubing or piping into it, very similar to what Joel did on his video. So if you haven't seen it, you should go and take a look real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. And what I think I'll do is, just so you can kind of pop the, I'll make the hole just a little undersized so the PVC pipe will snap into place, so it's not going to be likely to slide around. I won't have to worry about the stud dimension unless I opt to do command hooks, but I really don't think the command strips have a strong enough adhesive that they're going to hold a filament spool rack against a wall. So I don't think that's going to be something I'm going to try. I may build another workbench that I can put a frame on in the back. That way I can capitalize on the space that I already have. I could also do it on the back bench, which is probably a better idea actually now that I'm thinking about it. And maybe get some, I don't know, 1x4 or 1x6 to run across the top and then do the bracket that way. So that is an option we will consider. If you got ideas, of course, shout them out, let me know, and we will go from there. But it definitely has to be something that's not attached to a wall, unfortunately. Okay, so anyway, back to the rest. Yes, so I tend to get in a little bit of trouble sometimes when I get influenced by videos that get me passionate and excited. Probably a lot of people do, but maybe I'm just weird. And that's kind of part of what got me into my little issue with starting to, like, scream about, getting donations and stuff, and, putting the stuff up on the other OBS, which is the Streamlabs OBS. Great software program, great platforms, very good for people that are into that. But I didn't feel right about it. I do still have the link on the bottom of my description. So, I mean, if you do want to contribute, it's not mandatory. I'm not going to ask. I'm just telling you it's there. So anyway, enough of that, because I really don't want to talk about that anymore. Let's see. So, yeah, and yesterday it was funny. I almost did a live stream talking about the Z360, the Jenny. I'm having issues with doing recording, just so you know, to get really good content. I am going to get another camera that's going to help with that, but I just don't have the money for it, to be honest. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to mess with the time lapses. How you doing, Rover? It's good to see you. I would like to kind of mess with the time lapses. That Octo, was it attached to Octoprint, Octoserver? I can't remember the name of it, but that mod looks really awesome. I was watching some of those time-lapse videos, and it's just being able to see the part just build itself without having, the gantry in the way. How you doing, sir? 3D Medic. And yeah, it's just, the appearance is great. And I've got some really, really good builds coming up for the lamp project, which is that vintage street light that I've been talking about, that I kind of have to go back in and tweak the design in Fusion 360 a little bit, because I put some holes in the wrong spot, and I think I'm going to have a problem with some of the support at the base, so I have to kind of redo a little bit of it. It's actually not bad. It's really good. It's just I'm kind of worried about some of the overhangs. I think the shell thickness is going to be sufficient, but it's a 31-day print. And I'm really hoping that I can get the sponsorship I'm shooting for. Hi. So that's what I'm working on. So what else? Let's see. Yes, actually, I was joking with myself. Yesterday, I was going to do the stream, and I had a different shirt on, and I was wearing a tie, which I don't usually do. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, my God, I feel like Colin Furze. I'm nowhere near as smart, of course, and I'm not anywhere near as entertaining. But how are you, Matt? It's good to see you, sir. It's funny. I decided to do a short stream, and everybody shows up. I love it. So yeah, Colin Furze, if you haven't watched, he just did like his 6 million subscriber thing with the rockets. So if you haven't seen that, it's also very entertaining. Oh, what else? This is kind of people who are inspiring me these days. I mean, Joe, 3D Maker Noob, he's always inspiring me with all kinds of stuff. He actually did a video on TPU, which if you haven't watched that, you should probably watch that. He showed the difference between TPU that has been influenced by humidity and moisture, as opposed to the stuff that he baked. I think he said 50 degrees Celsius, or the effects of just patting it in some desiccant. So if you haven't seen that, you should probably go over to his channel and watch that. It's really good stuff. I was a little bit frustrated, though, because I'm working on a project right now that involves TPU and polypropylene. So I may have to re-envision that particular project. But anyway. So, who else inspires? James Bruton, if I said that right. He's a good inspiration if you're looking into robotics. Especially with this whole InMove project that I started printing. Thanks to Joe, 3D Maker Noob, by the way. he briefly mentioned it, so I looked into it, and then I realized that the people that I met over at EARF this year from the eNable project was actually stemmed from the very person that, you know, he basically came up with that and then graduated into the InMove project. So very interesting fellow to watch, and I am brain farting on his name, and I didn't write that down, and I should have. All right, so what else? Let's see. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Joe, 3D Maker Noob. There's so many great talent on YouTube. I mean, honestly, and it's like, and I feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like I pale in comparison, but then I realize I'm not really competing, and yet I am. It's like everybody else, you know, so you want to be heard at some point, you want to create good content and be interesting or inspiring in some way, reach out to a good market. Face it, I mean, what I'm doing here is a pretty narrow market right now. I mean, there's, you know, my 3D printing and my yammering. So, and like I said, I do plan on doing some more content and better videos, and I've been saying that for almost 2 years now, but, you know, getting a new computer, that's expensive. Getting cameras, that's expensive. I know you don't need to have great cameras to make good content, so don't ever, you know, think just because I don't have a good camera, I don't get good content. I mean, my cell phone will do great content and video and stuff like that, and I could probably do time lapses with it, but thank you, Rover. That is a good point. I am competing with myself, and that is true. I guess compared to my first video, I think I've improved this much. But that's improvement, right? One step forward or partial step forward, as long as it's forward progress and not going backwards. And I think by trying to do that, you know, Streamlabs interface with the whole donations, clicking, and all that recognition stuff, I think I probably almost took a step backwards if I hadn't like admitted to it and apologized for it now. So, like I said, I apologize for that. I really do. It was, it's not me. It was uncalled for, and I guess I should be apologizing to myself. Uh-oh. Matt, so you asked me a question, and I didn't get the reference on probably something I said, but who's winning what? Well, I'd say right now I'm winning. I have you guys in my chat today. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, and another one, I think one last thing is Magigoo. Just so you know, that sample from EARF that I got, that I put on my build plate, I am on build print 7 right now on the same surface. I have not touched it. Hello, John. Welcome. What did I get? Everybody showing up today. Oh, okay. Yes, so, yes, if I'm competing with myself, then I guess it depends. In my MPD, though, if I have multiple personality disorder and it's an internal struggle between myself, then I have to ask myself which side of me is winning. And it's funny because I keep trying to project at the camera over there, even though the microphone's right here, so I don't have to do that. I'm so used to doing that. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I did make an improvement by getting the microphone. As long as it doesn't die on me, which I keep checking. So yes, back to the Magigoo. 7 prints, going strong. Still has great adhesion. It has not let go yet. When the part cools, it pops. I mean, like I said, I can just poke it right off. So that was on my stream the other day. But yeah, I'm doing another Maker coin right now in one of the black Digistructs that I've got. So I can show you that if you want to see it. I did clean finally, so the lab is looking a little bit more user-friendly. Use a webcam and program called Time Snapper Classic. Okay, hold on, I'm writing that down. Time Snapper Classic. What about, oh my God, what was I gonna say? So I get the webcam. There was actually a thought there. Oh, the Octoprint thing. I'll have to look into that one too and find out more about that. Because I'm really curious about that. I may actually ask Paul about that. Because Paul was on my stream not that long ago. I'm not repeating that out loud, just so you know. Thank you. I have, if it's not in the description, I don't know if I put it in the description or not. John, what was I hearing about? It's that, was it not Jenny 3D, who does the other channel, where they do the printing in the time lapse, and you can see the prints going up like this, but you don't see the rest of it. So you can't see the print head moving. You just see the print head looks like it's parked, and then it's doing a picture every time it finishes a perimeter and it goes up a layer. It's really cool looking. I've seen a couple people do it. I think Walter did that too, as a matter of fact. I think from Country 3D. Oh, Octolapse, Hyperlapse, Octolapse. I'll have to write that down too. I only want to do that for like I think there's 2 prints that I want to do that on. But that's it. It's too much of I think that would add too much time to my prints to actually be bothered with it. Oh, it is part of Octoprint. Okay. Thank you for that. John. And Matt, thank you too. I really haven't done Octoprint yet, although I do have the I have the means, okay? But this is what I was talking about. I finally got around to buying the Raspberry Pi, but the problem is the SD card I purchased that was of decent size, I can't remember how big it was, never showed up. It showed for delivery, but never showed up, so meh. Oh, I always appreciate the like button. You can even hit the thumbs down button if you don't like my my stuff. But yeah, I do have this, so I really want to get doing the Octoprint, especially with the CR10, because it's really cool. But that is something I still have to get another SD card for this. What else? You guys are awesome tonight, giving me ideas. So we talked about the wall-mounted thingamajigger, and I am looking at, what else? Yeah, I'm trying to keep costs down as much as possible and be productive. Because I always have ideas of things I want to do. I'm still learning Fusion 360, but with my present job, it doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to do things and still be able to spend time with my family. So, and of course, you know how important family is. You got to spend time with your family. I'm also trying to, you know, get my business going. You know, I'm getting, you know, trickle business, which is great. I have some really good and loyal customers. It certainly is not paying the bills right now, but, you know, it is, you know, a start. You know, and I mean, I'm not doing 3D printing business. It is part of what I do. I provide a service, so I can do that. But mostly, you know, it's other stuff. Right? Well, the only program I've bought was Simplify 3D, and I really don't regret that. I do, oh, yeah, I got to find a profile for Ultimaker 2. So I need to look that up. Ultimaker 2 S3D profile. That's something else I have to get. Thank you, John. I will. I've got that written down right here. This is more of a brainstorming session since you guys are like having to stare at me today. I mean, I could show you what I'm printing, but it's just a maker coin. And you've seen my maker coin, I think, about 1 million times by now. So I don't know. That was all I brought for material tonight. Oh, the other night, if you didn't watch my live stream the other night, skip to like the last 30 minutes of it. Um, it was long, and I apologize. I actually used the. Man, but you're gonna make me have to get Discord. I don't use Discord. All right, I can find out. Well, the Jenny Z360 is the one I have to get the profile for because it's the Ultimaker 2 clone. It's kind of a hybrid because it's got a dual nozzle, and I'd really like to try experimenting with the dual nozzle. I'm kind of scared to death of using it because if that build plate is not absolutely perfect, the second nozzle is going to knock it over because the nozzles are fixed, so they're both supposed to be at the same height. So, yeah. I'm writing all this down. You guys are so full of information today. Oh, really? Well, that's good to know. Gonna give me writer's cramp. The nice thing is, though, is that the chat is saved on both the screen and it's on the window, so it makes it much easier. Yes, I am saying you're full of it. Full of it being the defined as useful, informative, that kind of it. Okay, so what else have I not talked about? I should give away my InStone printer. Good God, that thing is toast. It's broke. I wouldn't ship it though. I'm just kidding. I say that in jest. If anybody wanted to pick it up from me though, I would be glad to let them have it and work on it. I think the board's fried, and I honestly don't feel like dealing with InStone anymore. It's tiring. So nobody can have Tessa though. Tessa's mine, and the Delta I got to work with Kat on, or Katya, and see if we can do the Google Hangout one of these days and do that. That stirs up a lot of old memories. Thank you for that. You should give away the Delta. Thank you, dear. That would be my my significant other and my better half that's chat bombing. I should give away the Delta. I will consider it. We could do a I guess we could do a Gleam for that one or something. I don't know. Oh, I'll think about it. Give me a couple days. I got to talk this over with the missus, who is chat bombing me. And I love you. And I hope the kids aren't being total brats. Just so you guys know, geographically speaking, we're 2 blocks apart right now because I'm at the lab and she's at home. I'll bet. Rover, I'm starting to, I feel really fortunate because I got a bunch of you guys coming in here now, and that makes me feel really special because I've seen you on a lot of other live streams, so. Oh, I'm going to have to get off here in 7 minutes because my son wants to go for a bike ride, which is important. I told you, family's important. So yes, Evan, I will be coming home very shortly so we can do the bike ride. Okay, so real quick, since there's 4 people in here, who thinks I should give away the Delta? That's a stupid question. I already know the answer. Okay. Should I do it as like one of those clickbait things so I could get like massive numbers of subscribers and then watch everybody disappear afterwards? That's funny. Hey, Mama says to get rid of the printers though. Yeah, but do you really think I can do that? Really? I haven't been able to. I can't even record videos right now, let alone like be organized enough to do clickbait. That is funny though. All right, so what did the guy in AU? Which guy in Australia are you talking about? Absolutely, by the way. Thank you for that, Matt. Well, I haven't been able to get it to work, but everybody knows it did work when I finished building it. And I haven't done anything else to it since. The only thing it has not done was connect to the old Acer laptop, which is running Windows. I don't remember what version of Windows it is. It's not 10 though. I want to hear more about who the Australian person is and what he did. Rover, you got to fill me in. I can't leave with that hanging over my head. I got 4 minutes. Come on. What was it? Well, no, it worked, honest. It just didn't have the calibration part for the delta swing or whatever you call that on the plate. That was the only issue. It did put filament down. I did see that. I'm forgettable. I had a little blonde kid with me, and it was the first day of Earth, and it was right after doors opening, and I was there for 6 hours because I met John, and I tried to swing around and meet everybody, but I didn't get to meet just everybody because, well, my son really wanted to go to the Enable project table and play with them. Nice, Rover. So I guess the important part is this going to be a U.S. only thing right now? That would be my problem because that would be an insane amount of freight for that. It would be cheaper to just buy one of those suckers off of, I think I got that one off of AliExpress. So that's going to be up to Mama. I'll have to talk to her and we'll get the details on that. Geek Tech Table. Yeah, I was over at Geek Tech Table. Let's see, hold on. So I went over, yes, I was over there. I didn't get to really hang out though. It was more of a kind of a flyby with a hey, hi, and then because there was like 8 people crowded around there at the time, and Travis was not too far away working on the mixer for the printer, or for the that other printer. So I ran over because Travis was had like he like turned his head for like a split second in the middle of that little issue he was taking care of, and then I got a selfie picture. So, and I'm talking about Travis from A Pyro, by the way. Sorry. With I wish Heather had been there. Pink Mafia. Yeah, I think I've got. Some of my video didn't come out really well, but yes, you are on part of my video, but it's from like the over top view because my son had the camera and I thought he was getting some of the video on the first perimeter, but well, he didn't quite get it all. I still got to go through that footage more and see if I can get some stuff out of it. What about the Elon Musk one they had? Oh, I'm at the 30-minute mark. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, I will have to copy that, and I will paste that. Well, that's different. I think I'm missing some of the link. Hold on. It didn't let me paste it in there. Nope, it didn't like that. That's all right. Well, if you can, follow me on Twitter, because just send me a message in Twitter and I'll take a look at it. It sounds funny. Oh, CB Ford 76 on the Twitters, or Prototype This 3D on the YouTube, or I mean the Facebook, PT3D on the YouTube. Oh, add youtube.com. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, you were being sneaky. Ah, thank you. Blop. Beady, beady, beady. Beady, beady, beady. Okay, Buck. Okay, Buck. Okay. I do like the description. Oh, that's funny. Well, show up at more of my my streams and I'll make you a mod too. I don't think Matt will mind. It's not like it's all that busy in my channel, to be honest. I think this is probably the most conversation I've actually had in a while. All right, all right, all right. I think I got everything out anyway, so we will do another stream. I don't know, maybe we'll do a mid-afternoon stream tomorrow, since I have a half a day. I might be able to get an hour off. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Is he driving over to get it? Thank you, John. Thank you, Rover, Matt, honey. I will see you guys on the next stream. So until then, you know, keep innovating, creating, and well, have a great night.